So this is going to be a showcase of what I'm working on, what I've already completed, and what I'm going to do. So I've already put on the channel a rap song. I gotta go tweak up the rap song a bit. I'll be doing that probably within this month. Alright, so this is my site. My true name is Matthew Morse, and every app featured here was engineered. Mind you, I'm a little bit blind. It was engineered either entirely by me or by me working alongside artificial intelligence. Honestly, this makes the development experience much better. Human workflow can become lazy and prone to errors, but developing in tandem with AI minimalizes mistakes. It has become the core foundation of how these programs are built. The human mind and the efficiency of AI working in perfect unison to gather random or deeply personal concepts and bring them to life. Little tweaks to apps and stuff. The result is a library of software and time that ranges from widely recognized popular utilities to highly specialized hidden gems designed to bring fluidity where standard apps fall short. Every application on this site is completely free, packed safely inside of a zip file. Simply navigate to the quick page setup until you reach the final download button, and then your system will retrieve the archive automatically. Inside the zip file, you will find the documents, a README file, and a software license. I am quite particular about my work, and I have a strict set of goals for this project. In time, there'll be a lot more, so it'll make more sense. While everything here is completely free, you are welcome to modify the source code. The ultimate condition is that you can never charge anyone for anything derived from my creations. And that's it. Because everything here stems from a completely free ethos. Or ethos, however you say it. I want to ensure that people always have access to the tools they need without being exploited by absurd price tags. The README files serve as instructional manuals. Essentially, everything here you can use. There's going to be Windows apps, there's going to be Linux apps, and there's going to be phone apps. I tried to do Mac. Apparently, you have to have a Mac computer to do it, and I'm not paying $300 for these. So, yeah, you can't charge anyone for it. Anything that's made here, you're free to use. You're free to make a code. You can make it better. But the goal is a movement. It's a minimal movement now, but it's a better movement of the future. So, you don't have to go through a whole bunch of stuff. My goal is to simply make the app. And even then, I still might charge a little, because, I mean, I do want some reward for the action. But, it basically significantly saves you income. Imagine paying $300 a year just to be able to make movies, you know, and stuff with AI. Or just think about it, it's all ridiculous. Greed is infested every place. You can't do anything without it. So that's all that pretty much is. I already got one here, so I gotta fix this. I haven't fixed this yet. Minimal fix, but I haven't fixed this yet. I got a few tweaks to a couple of these. These actually right here do take to all three of my channels. This one is the one it's posted on. This one is going to be the rap singing one, music one. And this one right here is going to be specifically what I make movies out of. Like, I have a goal to make things. I don't know if I'll get copyrighted or not, but I plan to make like a Skyrim series, the Skyrim, Assassin's Creed. Nobody's really done Assassin's Creed. I have plans to make a few of these. Yeah, so I gotta fix this. But other than that, I pretty much got this site already working. I've got to figure some ways to get it running as well better. Apparently I can only have so many views. I can't remember what it was. Netlify, I think is what it was. Either way, when you click the Windows apps, or any of them really, there we go. Windows applications. And this was the first one I have achieved so far. Able to get Linuxes. I had to download like Ubuntu or something. I had to wait like forever. It was nifty. So this one right here kind of tells you what it is. SRT/VTT to Audacity build 01. SRT is pretty much subtitles. Everything that you find, like for instance, I've used this specifically with Buzz. Buzz is a completely free subtitles thing, and VTT is just word for word. So like standalone, offline, tool, you know, just that. While SRT is the full sentence, the entire sentence. One's word by word, the other is sentence by sentence. Both work. Once again, this still needs a tweak. For the most part, it plays, but when you come down to deep editing, you know, trying to use Audacity as like a singing thing. See, Audacity uses the spacebar to pause, and for it uses the spacebar to pause because I figured that's the best way to bridge the gap between them. but a few problems. Well, it should work decently, but like if you're doing 1 takes, maybe 3, 4 takes, it should be good, but I feel like it doesn't reset perfectly yet. But either way, I've got it pretty much 90% complete. So, you know, when you see this here, you're on the 3rd page, I believe. You click the zip, and take a bit, you'll see right there, downloads. No ads, no nothing, because, you know, a lot of people put ads on there. It's a movement. Little 28.6 megabytes, nothing much, and that's public, studio, sync, zip. So this is one. This is just the site I've worked on. It's going well, very well. It's just a basic like app store site. And now here's an app I'm working on as well. This is the one I gotta wait till I get a V graphics RAM card. And you can kind of see it's flickering. I don't know if you see it or I'm the only one that sees it. But I got some more work on it to do. It's actually moving extremely slow. It could really be just graphics RAM. By not having a graphics RAM card, it probably is what the issue is. So this one's called Phantom Multiverse Studio, version 1, of course. This is a start. Up here, you can clearly see my name for this one's Phantom 3, because this one's going to be strictly for movies and stuff. This one at the top. Want to check out my channel? Yes, sir. Everything I'm showing today, I've done all of this since June 23rd. Yeah, well, you know, if the service was to update, you'd see the image there. Here we go. That's all you need to see. Apparently, from what the AI said about Linux and Windows, is about roughly, I think it was roughly 70 to 85% of all PC users. I think 70 is a little insane. It's about 85. Both of those two are about 85% of all users. If I click this won't take me anywhere. I don't think. I have not created the 2nd page yet, as you can see. This one's just simply waiting. In time, when I add more to it, this will take it to another one. So I've opened up Audacity, and I've opened up my beautiful little SRT VTT app. I want to show you how it works. So from what I saw after getting through some editing, I saw that it wasn't very clear about the app. So I'm going to try and make this a little better for you. This is exactly what it looks like. So as I was saying earlier, which I'm going to go over again, I'm just going to put the other video I was recording earlier after this. I just want to make sure there's enough understanding of how this works. Drag and drop the Buzz SRT VTT file here. This essentially takes the SRT and turns it to a Audacity label text. And then when you have that completed, it should automatically say success by the status. And then the launch floating lyric overlay should be lit. And if you click it, it will pop up. Now, if you've already done it, you don't want to go through the whole process. There's a little folder over here. You click that folder. You find whatever's been transcribed already and is already as a text document, but it has to be a file with the Audacity label data. So you have to run it through the whole process of that first. Then you click it, you push open, you'll see loaded, success. That's when you can just launch it. So if you've already made one, you won't have to do this again. And that's when you push the beautiful, move it where you want, push the beautiful space bar, and you see it plays. All right, that should be good to explain this well. Well, I haven't really talked about this one either. Down here's the batch one. I have not tested this personally enough, but yeah, it was ChatGPT that suggested that idea, and I was like, you know what? Not a bad idea. I don't see why anyone would need to do it that fast, but if you do, it's already added. I know for a fact this works with Buzz. So, you know, you might have to use Buzz if you use Audacity. Maybe it works with everything. It says right here, drag and drop Buzz file, SRT, subtitles file. It's typically what's over YouTube videos. And then VTT file, choppy, word after word. A timestamp before a word, timestamp after a word. SRT, timestamp before a sentence, timestamp after a sentence. This is to replace the label for Audacity itself. if you're trying to be a singer and stuff, it's got bugs. I transcribed that a while ago on Buzz. This is a perfect example here. This is an SRT file. I open it. Right there. Successful. It has been crafted. It has been made. Good. Right now you put the overlay. There it is. Now you minimalize this. This is the app over here, by the way. Now you go back to Audacity. Clearly struggling over here. You load up whatever it is, whatever you use Buzz for. For this one, I chose Moon in My Pocket. My brain's all... I gotta figure out the spacebar issue, because at one moment, Audacity will play, and then it will stop, and then whenever you push the spacebar again, it'll play, but Audacity won't. I think it's just a whole timing issue, but I think it's minimal. You find its purpose. It's just completely and utterly superior to already whatever is offered. That all you have to do if it messes up, for now, is click the app again here, open it up, then click that lyric thing after you already exited out of this one up here. That's it. And then you can refix it all. So let's just say I want to start at 15 seconds. I go ahead and put the little thing right there at 15. The more precise, the better. Now you go here, type in 15. Now you don't want to click the start lyrics. You can, I put it there in case you wanted to do something news or something where you're not timing it with the beat. You don't have to have a time. You could just click it and then just start talking. That's kind of why I made it like that. But the main thing is always use the space bar. You can push this play button up here and stop button. It will not work for this because the way that the app is, this isn't a part of the app. This is just an app overlay that goes over the app. But the only way that I could find a unison way where each one could work is by using the spacebar, because the spacebar stops Audacity and then the spacebar also stops the overlay. That's the best way to go. So I push the spacebar. So I tap out over here, make sure I click that 15 again, and then I push play.
I keep a moon in my pocket, coke coin, warm touch, I like it. Train glass, rain stamp, I watch it. Whole night folded up in the socket. Baritone smoke in my throat. 2 steps slow, but I flow. Old tape hiss on my code. Still I write truth in the notes. Tell me, can you hear that low end? Heart on the block, then it opens. Clouds move and I move with them. Eyes full of sky, no pretending. Moon in my pocket.
So then the space bar is pushed. It pauses it. Now I specifically made it reset because when you push play again, the bar over there on Audacity is going to be right at the 15 mark again. So it will just repeat, which makes it great for if you are recording from 15 to 30 seconds and you're just trying to get that whole region in. Essentially what happens there is when you push the spacebar again, you can redo it if it wasn't good. Like I said, I still got to figure out the spacebar issue timing. But for the most part, this is significantly better than what they offer you. Now I'm going to show the VTT file. So I'll just pull up anything. You just exit out of that now. I'll show you what the label is they offer so you'll understand the amount of benefits it'll provide. Even if it's used, you will still find it to be superior over their label system. So see if this works. It worked. I fixed a bug. I had to go through and edit the whole code and everything. It fixed everything. Open that up, VTT. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here. I'm not quite sure I remember exactly which one this was. So I'm just gonna completely take a shot in the dark. All these songs that I'm using are made by Suno AI on a paid pro thing. So I do have at least some ownership to use them. The actual songs themselves that don't have singing guaranteed. So I think it was What Stays the Same. I think. So I'm just gonna start it at, I didn't try anything more than 15 seconds, so I guess I'll just make it simple for now. There's things in here to be figured out in time. I'll go 30. Now VTT files are a bit precise. This is specifically made for rap. Let's see if it works.
Like a rumor, my hands are kept. It trembled like a fact, too small for a mouth, too stubborn for weather, too plain to praise. I put it on the sill and watch the dark, lean in to listen. Maybe that is how we live, by borrowing light, by carrying the ache until it becomes shade. We are not made of answers, we are made of states. We are the salt in the pocket.
Spacebar. Spacebar again.
Like a rumor,
Just
my
repeats.
hands are kept.
You find a purpose for it. I built it in the idea for singing. SRT for singing, this one for rap. That's what I built it for. You can use it for whatever the heck your heart desires. So that completes that. I'm gonna show you now what happens when you upload, because you can't use VTT in I don't think they allow you to use VTT. They only allow you to upload or SRT. So I'm gonna show you what SRT is from their platform. This is purely to help benefit anyone using their platform. So if anybody that ever made Audacity ever sees this, hopefully you don't get mad, but your label stuff is horrible. And now you don't need to fix it. I just have to update my part. All right, you go to import, then you go to labels. And now you're supposed to find one that they accept. So they accept TXT and SRT. That's how they do it. So this is the best they offer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and play that song. It's actually a song I made. Let's see if I can prove my point here as to why it's way harder for a musician. So I'm gonna import. Is there a reason why it only has so much? This one's a little outdated, but it'll do for the example. All right, I'll just take that one, see what I got with it. So for one, I'm not even sure how you can even work this. The thing is confusing, so I think I drag this down. Yeah, tell me how easy that is to read. It doesn't align right because I start talking clearly here. So if I start here,
Talking, yeah, I'ma talk my shit. I'm envisioning my
I start here.
every day. Always think, analyzing everything. What do
Then you
I
get the
do?
line
What
going
should
through it
be?
as
What
well.
does it take to be the best version of me? And my energy flowing is basically trapped in the cage, and I'm gonna set it free. So I stick off all the enemies. The venomous entity is entered, venting, releasing his energy.
Made
There's
this
a friend of
2
me.
years
I can't
ago.
be stopped. Yeah, I'ma
With
reach the
Volico.
top and claim my spot as a great, giving it all I got. Right now I'm living because of an idiot that is a bitch. I keep talking. Yeah, I'ma talk my shit. I'm envisioning my future. What the world says.
It's way more immersive with the option I have.
It's what I harness. No school is taught it, and the lessons learned took work, but I got 'em. Yeah, stopping ain't an option. I'm locked in.
Yeah, so by now, if you're trying to read it to test it out, you've probably given up and lost control. That's the difference. This beautiful little tiny app, 28 megabytes, not much. But whenever you really need something and you're using Audacity or anything, like I think you may have more of a purpose for it than I can even begin to think yet, because I think you can use it. It's an overlay. I think you can use it for anything. You probably, I mean, it's clearly right now OBS is recording me, so with this camera on and this playing, if I essentially click this and it just so happened to be like a broadcast thing, and I just specifically put this away and I pushed play, and it was like, hello today, da 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 da. You know, it should do something. Say this was some news thing. So the weather outside is beautiful today, yada yada. Yeah. We know this well. There is a catastrophic issue happening. And blink in a coded message, rain slicked, a dark confession. Either way, there's purpose for this app. So much purpose. Lunacy is what I'm using now. This is a current project I'm working on. I've been drawing it out, scaling in a little bit. This is the next one. Phantom Universe Audio Editing DAW. Choose basic preset. So there will be a YouTube preset, and there will be a movie preset. Now these two are the basic presets. So YouTube preset is, it will cut right when you stop talking, and when you start talking again, it will essentially cut that space out and just trash it. Plop them two right side by side. So you don't have to do any cropping, editing. It will completely run through that stage. So you accept one of these, and the movie one is a little more different. I'm still working on the concept of what I'm gonna do different than that one, but I know that essentially, oh yeah, and YouTube will make everything sound equal dB. So ones that sound quiet, say something's like -5 dB and the other one's like 5 dB, it will automatically raise to the starting one. So whatever the starting clip is before it crops out whatever part comes after it, if it was 5 dB at the start, everything else will be cut, and then when the next clip is side by side with it, placed against it, which will be choppy and everything. It's a basic preset. Just to give an idea, it will raise it up to the 5 dB mark. So we'll make it flat 5 dB as my goal for the basic preset. And the movie one, I know there's quiet parts of a movie and I know there's loud parts of a movie. So essentially that one will have to be a little more precise on my end. It'll be more precise, it'll be more blendy. So I think I'm gonna change this around a little bit, but I think I might have to double the tracks. I gotta figure it out. Like I said, I've just been basically working on it. So there'll be the file button, and it'll be just to pretty much export it at this very level to undo. Or maybe that'll be the edit, it'll be in that region. You'll have the play button up here. So you'll have the YouTube preset selected automatically, or the movie one. Either one that you click will take you to a page just like this, essentially. But edited more clearly. I've stopped here. I kind of just took a break. So you will use the movie preset or this one, and you'll see at the very bottom there's make a preset. This one will take you to another page such as like this, where I add more of this stuff on, and it'll have like maybe a track or two here. So this is specifically dedicated to just audio. I'm going to make one that's a duplicate just for video, so you can have the perfect audio and the perfect video. Because if you make the presets where it cuts and everything, you can essentially make as many presets as you would need. You can have preset, I think I'll only make it where you have like 5 presets. And so if everything you do you like to repeat, if you take it through the movie one and the audio came from the movie one, this just gives you more power over the audio. Like if I put it together, you would only have half of the strength, because I think the CPU running and also your phone, I think it'd be a lot more, you know how DAWs are, they're pickles to deal with because there's so much on their page. It's like, shoot, I'm gonna break it into 2 apps, and I think it'll be a little more easier for even the youth to comprehend. So when you click make a preset, it'll take you to this, and you'll have to edit the entire thing your way, and it'll be very precise. It'll be done in layers is my goal, so it won't be too over dramatic. But you'll have the pause, the play, and the stop. You'll have the help, and I'll probably put some tips in here because I'm trying to break it down to the point that there may be like 6 pages worth of going over this over and over and over again. But it's just breaking a complete full DAW down into a, pages where you simplify it. So this preset right here is just the cutting one. So when you make your own preset, the page it'll take you to is just the cutting one. All this audio cut presets up here will be all of your presets to cut that you want to select. So you click it and you'll click the one you want, and it will replace the YouTube preset up here. And then you will import your audio. And upon the storage of that one, the understanding of that one, it will execute yours, and it will cut exactly as you set that preset. which is the first start of it. This is a work in progress. I'm building onto it more. This will be the next one. I wanted to do this in place of Audacity, specifically for my sophisticated stuff. I don't want to pay people. I want it to look good. I want to spend the time making it. I want to fully understand it. DAWs are freaking complicated. I'm going to go about it this way. It's just me, right? But it looks fantastic already. This completes it. This completes my video. Now I got a lot of editing. For now, I dream of that app being complete. But I've got to use an app called Kdenlive. I've already had problems with it and I just started it today. Let me show you an example. I just got this one today. It's an audio DAW. I want you to understand how I'm seeing things. Or I got it yesterday, 811. Waveform 14. Free. It's great. It's great that it's free. But I want to show you what the difference between my app will be and the difference between this one. Alright. Let me go ahead and show you here. Already this is too complicated to understand. You got singer-songwriter, this EDM podcast. What happens if you want it to be both of these? See, the first thing in my mind is I want to exit. But say you click something. I made this one yesterday. I was tweaking it. What is all this? Right? Why do I need 8 tracks? Mine is you just go through with your one track and redo it. And then another is if you have another audio you want to do, you'll do it again and again and again. Essentially, you're doing this all bunched up in one, and it's like, what child's gonna even figure this out? What old man's gonna figure this out? It doesn't have diversity. And this is most audio DAWs. Even music DAWs like LMMS or Cakewalk. There's tutorials out there for a reason. BandLab, GarageBand. There's so much to them that it's just... They're bigger than what I'm doing. Mine's just simply editing. It's simply taking a job away from somebody, but at the same time, it also is saving somebody. If somebody is like spending 5 hours, 8 hours editing a video, paid by a YouTuber, paid by somebody to edit, 8 hours of your day, if you're posting a video every week, once a day, or your YouTuber is, you're essentially wasting mass majority of your life for something that I thought of overnight. Like that to switching and designing. This right here just lets you know that after 60 years, 50 years, I don't know, you could have wasted about 10 years of your life editing. I don't know, man. If you're posting constantly, this completely just actually gives you more time to be who you should be rather than just do a skill. And that completes it. Yeah.